What's going on, Alabama fans? This is Brandon, aka Fresh. Oh, I had to come in on this one. I had to drop in on this one, y'all. Hope y'all doing well. If you have not done so already, please make sure you hit the like button, smash the like button, do that one time for your boy. I would greatly appreciate it. Much love, much appreciation to all of y'all out there, but I gotta go ahead and drop in on this one. Let's go. We get to everything else. 100 likes. Go ahead. I need 100 likes. 100 likes minimum. And I think y'all gonna give them to me. I think I might get them quick on this one after y'all see the title and also after you hear what I gotta say about this particular topic. Let's go. All right. If y'all have not seen the report just yet, this is a good one. Former Alabama assistant. He was the special teams and tight ends coach for Alabama for, just a couple seasons, not long, a few seasons, 2018 to 2020. When Steve Sarkisian got the Texas job, he took Jeff Banks with him. And Jeff Banks had a very interesting quote. This is per Anwar Richardson. Anwar Richardson, who covers Texas football for orangebloods.com, did an interview or got some form of a quote from Jeff Banks. And I think y'all want to see it. We'll put it up on the screen. But I guess he was asked about the upcoming matchup, Alabama's second game in the season in Tuscaloosa, Texas, Alabama, the primetime matchup. And this is what Jeff Banks had to say. He says, we're just going to play another road game. It's just as hard in Kansas and Iowa State as it is going to be in Tuscaloosa. It's just bigger and more people. Let me reread that one. I'm not sure if y'all, maybe for those who may not be able to see as well, and for those who may not be able to hear as well, let me say this one more time. Let me read exactly what Jeff Banks said. We're just going to play another road game. Just as hard in Kansas and Iowa State as it is going to be in Tuscaloosa. It's just bigger and more people. Now, I don't know if this is a part of the marketing and the promotion strategy or the hype up strategy for the team. I don't know if Sarkisian is like, yeah, guys, we want to hype our players up. We're not going to make Alabama bigger than what it is. We're going to tell any and everybody that this is just another game. And I understand that that's a lot of what coaches do. You try to, not make the game bigger than what it is and put too much pressure. But my Lord. I mean, Jeff Banks, you ought to know better. It's not as if you didn't coach at Alabama, but you also coached with and under Nick Saban. You already know how this is going to play out. You know this. Yes, Alabama slipped and got away with one last year. That's when y'all should have had them. You should have had Alabama last year at Texas. And this is where I found this very interesting. You picked the two worst teams in the Big 12. And not just from, what their record may have been last year. I'm talking about from a historical perspective. You picked the absolute two worst teams. Now, if you would have said this is like, another road game, going to Oklahoma State. I know that Oklahoma, that's the Red River rivalry, so y'all don't necessarily go into Norman. But you could even just thrown their name out there. You could have said Baylor. You could have said TCU. You could have said Kansas State. You said Kansas. You said Kansas and Iowa State. Of the two bottom feeding teams in the Big 12. And for those, just for context, for those that don't understand Kansas, we'll start with Kansas. They have not had a winning season since 2008. And that was under my guy, Mark Mangino. For those who don't know Mark Mangino, you need to look him up. Quite the character on the sideline. Do you want to know what the Kansas football program's record is since 2009, because I'm not even going to throw Mark Mangino's last year in there. They don't even deserve to have that, even though it was 5 wins, which 5 wins for Kansas is like, you might as well throw a parade for them. It's a parade inside my city, yeah, excuse me. Their record since 2009, 36-132. No, that's not a miss. I didn't misquote that or mistype that. 36-132, and for my math, for people who like math and people who like to have percentages, that is a 27.2, or I even rounded up 27.3% losing record. I'm not even gonna say winning. I'm just say record. I'll be nice. 27.3%. And that's what you're trying to. Okay, we'll go back to that. Iowa State. For those who don't know about the Iowa State program, let me provide some context as well. In the 90s, they had 0 winning seasons. 0, not 1, not 2, 0. 0 winning seasons in the 90s. Since 2010, they've had 5 winning seasons. And all 5 have been under their current coach, Matt Campbell, who actually came in and somewhat resurrected the program because it was an absolute mess, absolute embarrassment of a program. And even he went 4-8 last year. So that just shows you have an actually good coach who is proven and shown to be someone who can, resurrect and bring life to a program. Even he can't sustain what is the abyss of an Iowa State football program. So these are the 2 teams that you chose as Jeff Banks. And I got respect for Jeff Banks. When he was at Alabama, he was one of the few coaches who would always, kind of show us some love on Twitter. You always, liked and retweeted. So this ain't personal. I ain't got nothing. I ain't never met Jeff Banks. I ain't got nothing against Jeff Banks. But I got to talk about, this is the quote you put out to the public. This is what you said. The 2 worst teams in the Big 12, historically. I mean, come on. Like I said, if you would have just said, I get it. You don't want to make the game bigger than what it is. You don't want to put that inside your players' heads. Yes, they got to worry about other teams on their schedule outside of Alabama. But we already know they want revenge. They want to avenge for what they allowed to happen, which was to let Alabama creep back in and come back and win at pretty much the last second. And I'm sure that they feel, man. But what do you think Alabama feels? You think Alabama felt that was their best? I mean, you might as well call that a loss. Yes, it's a win, but the way Alabama played, it was not good football. Defensively, it was not bad. But if Quinn Ewers does not get knocked out of that game, I've said this already. I think Texas wins by at least 2 to 3 touchdowns. The way that game was going. So, Alabama, Nick Saban, they all know that they they barely just survived. They got out of Texas by the skin of their teeth. So why are you giving extra fuel for Nick Saban? This is what Lane Kiffin calls GOAT fuel. Like, why would you do that? I don't understand it. And this is my only issue. You picked the 2 worst teams. So if I'm Nick Saban, and if it's me, I'm blasting this all over the locker room, all over the facility, and I'm putting Iowa State's program history up. I'm putting Kansas program history up. I'm saying, yep, this is what he's comparing us to. He's comparing Tuscaloosa to Kansas and Iowa State, the magnitude. Like, I don't think any of those players that are at Texas, unless, they transferred from another SEC program or even Alabama, I don't even think they even know what a Tuscaloosa Saturday feels like. I've been to many of them as a student and coming back to games, whether, to enjoy it as a fan or to cover as a media member. So I've done both. All right. And the scene is remarkable. I don't even know how many fans fit Iowa State or Kansas, but as horrible as their football programs are, I don't see them having max capacity of 100,000 like Alabama does. Nor do I see them packing out the entire quad, the entire campus. They're not used to seeing all of these RVs all over the place. The Red River rivalry is a neutral site. So you're going to have, both of your fans there. It's going to be split right down the middle. It's going to be some Texas fans. Don't get me wrong. They're going to travel well, but it ain't going to be like the Sea of Crimson that they're going to see come that Saturday. I can guarantee you that. There's going to be some blood orange in the stands. I expect it to. It's Texas. But you're going to see a whole host of that crimson and white. So again, this was very interesting. The lack of respect that Jeff Banks showed the Alabama Crimson Tide football program is very, very interesting. If nothing else, it just provides more talking points, provides more energy to the game, provides more eyeballs. Shoot, I might even have to pull up, man. I might have to take one of our guys' credentials. I might just say, hey, man, I need that. I gotta be in the press box for this one. I gotta be on the field for this one. I don't know. I ain't gonna do that to my guys, but man, I might just have to just come down. I might just have to come down and be on the quad. Who knows? All right, y'all. That's all I got. Y'all let me know, your thoughts on this. Does Jeff Banks need to be roasted more so than what I gave? I think I took a light on him. But how y'all feel about this? What do y'all think Nick Saban is doing? How y'all think the players feel about this? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Please do that right now. Make sure you hit the like button. We need 100 at minimum on this. Again, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel if you are not. We need 35,000. We need to get that number. We're close. Help us get there. We're always trying to hit new milestones here at TDA. So your help is definitely appreciated and needed in order to continue to do that and for us to continue to grow. Make sure you're following us on our other social media platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you grab yourself a subscription on our website, touchdownalabama.com. Much appreciated for all the love, all the support thus far. I'm enjoying doing this. And again, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. But this is Brandon, aka Fresh, signing off.